So this next step is one of the very most important steps in making a stuffy. This is the stuffing. And stuffing is an art form. We're going to go ahead and remove the safety pins. Get those out of the way. And then you'll pull out your bag of included wool stuffing. You can see now that we're ready to stuff. We have our opening ready to go. That's where we'll push the wool into the body of the bunny. So wool batting does tend to compress a little bit, and it will have compressed by being squished into the bag that it came in. So you want to take it and you want to just gently kind of pull it apart to kind of fluff it back up again. Wool does have a tendency to kind of compress, and you want to take just a very little bit at a time. So when you begin stuffing, you don't want to start with a giant wad of wool. You need to take just a little bit at a time and kind of pull it apart gently, and then you'll want to gently stuff it up into the head first, and then you'll move down to the neck and the arms and the legs and the torso. But you'll notice that I'm fluffing up and pulling apart the wool before I put in each new piece. And I'm not really adding a whole lot at a time. This part is really important, and it's something that you should take your time over. The shaping of the body of the bunny is really important to the final look of the bunny. So you don't want to rush through this part. Sometimes that's a temptation because we get really excited about having finished the sewing. But this is a part where we should slow down and take our time. Stuffing is really kind of an art form. So we'll just continue to add a little bit of stuffing. You'll notice that I'm stuffing it pretty firmly. Wool does tend to compress, so if you don't stuff it somewhat firmly, you can end up with kind of a floppy bunny, which is great if that's the look that you're going for. But if you want it to be a kind of firm bunny, like in the photos, this is how to achieve that look. And you want to be careful with those hand-stitched whip stitches, but you do want to be pressing that wool in there firmly, gently but firmly, so that you get it full enough where it is it has that firm look, and you're filling out all of the edges. You'll notice that I'm pushing that wool down into the cheek of the rabbit. You'll have to do that on the other side too, and this is the chance that you have to kind of really shape the head. So use your fingers to squish the wool into the places where you want it to be. And it is really helpful to put it in a little bit at a time and to kind of fluff up the wool before you stick it in there. It really does help with the shaping. You just continue adding the wool until you get it to the level that you want it to be stuffed, really minding those whip stitches so that you don't pop your stitches. There we go. I'm stuffing the neck. This part you just want to go little by little. And usually it's best to go from the outside in. So I'll do the bunny's head and neck first. Then I'll do her arms. Then I'll do her legs. And then I'll kind of stuff my way right out where that stuffing hole is. So I'll do everything out at the outer edges first, and kind of work my way to the hole. This part does take quite a bit of time. It's well worth the effort, though. There we go. I'm stuffing some into the arm. Don't start with a lot. It's better to do a little at a time and add little by little. I'm going to go ahead and continue stuffing that arm until it's pretty firm. I like my bunny's arms to be pretty sturdy. Firm little arm. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video. I am going to continue showing the entire process, even though it does make for a long video, because I think it's very helpful to watch someone else do this. If this is your first time stuffing, I think it's useful to see the whole process. You can actually, for the arms and the legs, you can take something, a tool like like a chopstick, something with a blunt end, if you would rather use something like that as a tool rather than your fingers to push the stuffing up into the arms and the legs. The only thing I would caution there is that it's much easier to pop right through those stitches if you choose to do that. But some people certainly do. In the arms and legs of plushies when they're stuffing. Can make it easier to get into small little arms and legs and tails and things like that. I've designed these to be pretty easy to get your fingers into, though, so you shouldn't have a problem unless you just prefer to use some kind of tool. But a chopstick can be actually useful for that. All right, I'm going to keep stuffing. You'll notice I went down to the legs before I did the tummy. That way you have room to work. And also you are kind of just stuffing your way right out the side there. So I fill in the legs, and then I think I'll probably fill up in between the neck and the arms a little bit more. And then I'll work my way down into the bunny's lower tummy and then out the side. And during this time, you really can take this opportunity to shape the arms and the place where the arms and the neck meet, and really get those stuffed well. If you want your bunny to be pretty firm, this is the time to go ahead and be sure that you're stuffing all the little cracks and crevices and any place that bends. You notice that I'm sort of shaping the bunny as I go. Putting a little bit more down in that leg. Oh, squeezing a little bit more in there. It does feel pretty tight by the time that you're finished. You want to be careful of those hand-stitched whip stitches to make sure that you don't pop your stitches, but on the other hand, you want it to be pretty firmly stuffed, so it's kind of a balance. And you'll see I'm shaping the wool. If you find that you have like a lump or a bump, you can kind of scooch it around and shape it while you have this chance. Now I have it filled about as much as I want to fill it. So I squish it out and shape it to the shape that I want it to be, and I've stuffed it as full as I want it. And that step is complete.